Now, Ashutosh, there are two big questions now which people would want to know as to what is really going to happen. Now, how the dynamics of Rajya Sabha is going to change now. It's not only about Aam Aadmi Party. There are several other parties in Rajya Sabha. There is a TDP, there is a JDU, there is a Congress. Now, does this danger now lurk around all the other parties as well? If that was the intention, if malice was the only move which BJP had in mind, and that's how it's almost like capturing Rajya Sabha, capturing the upper house. So does this danger now lurk around the other political parties as well?
See, the problem with the BJP is not the Rajya Sabha. The problem with the BJP is the Lok Sabha. Because in Lok Sabha, BJP just got 240 seats. There are 32 seats less than the majority it requires to form government on its own. In Rajya Sabha, they were always in minority. If you add these 7 numbers, this goes to 113. Earlier they had 106, now add 7, so it becomes 113. It's still almost 10 seats less than the majority needed in the Rajya Sabha. BJP, if BJP is dependent on other political parties for its existence and for the survival of its government, that's why the Lok Sabha becomes very important. And I don't see that BJP in future are anywhere close to this event going to break any other political party. Can it break Congress party? I don't think it can break Congress party because the number is too huge. So you need at least 66 or 60 plus numbers. Other political parties can also break. I'm not underestimating, but that is not going to happen in near future, in my opinion. Aam Aadmi Party was vulnerable because these leaders were vulnerable, because they were unhappy with the functioning of the party. So if there was a bitterness inside, then obviously that leaves a space for the Operation Lotus to operate. So for me, other political parties are vulnerable. There's no doubt. I'm not underestimating the BJP's might or his style of functioning, the way they operate. But if opposition political parties are a particular political party, if they are creating a situation where the Operation Lotus can intervene and can exploit those situations, then it's a different thing altogether. As of now, I don't see much of the same thing happening. But yes, this 7 member of parliament has given a boost to the BJP in Rajya Sabha, but still it's far away from the majority number which is needed.
Right. But the other big question, of course, is that what happens to Aam Aadmi Party? Now, Raghav Chadha was also saying that some 63 MLAs from Punjab are in touch with him. Now, what happens to that? There's a lot of uncertainty in Punjab. And how is it going to impact Punjab? And how is it going to impact Aam Aadmi Party in general, in entirety?
It's a big setback. But whether these people leaving Aam Aadmi Party is going to dent Aam Aadmi Party substantially on the ground, no, I don't buy that argument, because none of them are a great mass leader, and if they could, I doubt that if they can win even assembly elections on their own. Because they don't have any connect with that. But yes, Sandeep Pathak has been a man of organization, so he might have some connect with a few MLAs here and there in Punjab. But Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab is known by 2 people. One is Arvind Kejriwal, of course, and another is Bhagwant Mann. Bhagwant Mann was extremely popular, very, very popular in Punjab. And MLAs know it very well that they owe their existence, they owe their victories to these 2 leaders. Second point is the BJP.
But no chances of Ashutosh, no chances of Bhagwant Mann becoming another Eknath Shinde. Many people have been talking about that as well.
See, in politics, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible, and I know that this rumor is going on for a very, very long time, very, very long time. So nothing could be ruled out. But frankly speaking, BJP. One thing which hits to my mind is that the BJP in the entire North India has been able to form its own government, but except in Punjab. And Punjab is where they tried every trick. They tried to have alliance with Akali Dal. They tried to poach a leader like Captain Amrinder Singh and Sunil Jakhar, very powerful leaders when they were in the Congress party. Captain Amrinder Singh is a huge thing in Punjab, two-time chief minister, and have a good mass base. But despite they switching to the BJP, it didn't cut much ice with the Punjab voters. So in that sense, BJP doesn't have a very good space in Punjab. They would like to have a weakened Aam Aadmi Party so that they could exploit those situations and can increase its number. But can they form the government on their own? I doubt. I have my own doubts. Can they engineer a split, a two-third MLAs of Bhagwant Mann government switching to the BJP? That is a possibility which I can't rule out, because nothing is impossible as long as Mr. Narendra Modi is there. Modi hai to mumkin hai, to wo possibility ko main rule out nahi karta. But can that happen? I keep my fingers crossed, because two-third is a big number. But yes, BJP is a very, very ambitious party, and would like to stabilize itself and its gains, and would like to form its government in Punjab. But any political individual who moves from one party to another political party also foresees his future or her future in a respective state. As of now, Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress is entrenched in the Punjab politics, and BJP is a party of margins over there. So a bulk movement from Aam Aadmi Party to BJP, it exists in the realm of possibility, but will it really happen? I'm not very sure about it. So that is why it's real puzzling. And the only thing is that BJP wanted its number to swell in Rajya Sabha, and they succeeded.
Yes.
So from the political point of view, it's a gain for them in Rajya Sabha. But whether it help them any gain in Punjab, I can't fathom that.
One last question, Ashutosh, because you've seen Arvind Kejriwal operating closely and from close quarters since the time you joined, then you quit. We saw Arvind Kejriwal as a man who thrived on protests. He did a people's politics, and that's how he came to power. Then he took to opulence and the luxury, or the Sheesh Mahal controversy, and I'm not going to getting into the details. But now, what happens to the politics of Arvind Kejriwal? And these days, we are seeing him often donning a lawyer's hat, and he's presenting himself before Swarnakanta Sharma. Today, also, he said that he's not going to be part of this case, and he has refused. So, what is the kind of politics now he will be depending on?
See, one of the big plus for Aam Aadmi Party was Arvind Kejriwal, and Arvind Kejriwal is not a traditional politician. What has upset the entire political spectrum of this country is not his traditional style of politics, but his unorthodox politics. Because the traditional politics didn't know what to do with this man. What to do? Like suddenly you see him in the High Court and arguing his own case, and then when the court has given a verdict, the traditional the orthodox response would have been, okay, ma'am, I accept your verdict, so I'll face your court. But look at the unorthodox. He says, no, I will not face you. Me and my lawyer will not appear before you. So how will you deal with this man? This is what makes him, Arvind Kejriwal, so unique in Indian politics. Very unique. He doesn't want to walk on the beaten path. He creates his own path. He creates his own politics. He creates his own yardsticks. So somebody...
What is the path he's going to follow, Ashutosh? Now that he's exposed, people who've quit the party are calling him like he's almost behaving like a supremo. So what is the path he's going to tread on? He was an RTI activist. From RTI activist, he became a people's man. He started protesting. Then he became a chief minister. He came back to power, proved himself in politics. And now we see him as a conventional politician. And his way of politics is also conventional like other political parties do. And which is why people like you, people like Raghav Chadha, they left. So today, what is the path which Arvind Kejriwal will be treading?
See, I left Aam Aadmi Party. Did it dent Aam Aadmi Party? No, not an ounce, not an ounce. So once I left Aam Aadmi Party, he formed the government in Delhi again with 62 member of parliaments, with 62 MLAs. In 2022, he comes back in Punjab with a thumping majority, 92. So me, Raghav Chadha, Sandeep Pathak don't matter in his scheme of things. As long as we are there, we are useful, good enough. Be there in the party. The issue is not that. The somebody, and I'm not in touch with him for the last 8 years. I haven't met him. I have met him once and twice in some social public gatherings. Shook hands, but haven't talked to him for a very long time. So I do not know how much he has changed. But never underestimate Arvind Kejriwal. Never ever underestimate Arvind Kejriwal. Somebody who from
So you are saying that one should not write him off completely, even now?
Never. I might be wrong, but don't underestimate him. Why I'm saying so? Because somebody who created an all India anti-corruption movement from nowhere.
Yes.
Is not an ordinary person. And then he forms a political party, and within 1.5 years, he forms a government in Delhi. And a seasoned politician like Sheila Dikshit is out. And Congress is reduced to a distant third. Then in 2015, when Narendra Modi's popularity was at its peak, he was almost invincible. In Delhi, he gets 67 seats out of 70. Only 3 left to the BJP. Just imagine the kind of humiliation Mr. Narendra Modi would have felt that at the peak of his invincibility, he was reduced to a big zero. And then he forms a government again in Punjab, not with the simple majority, but with 92 MLAs out of 117. So, in my opinion, he's one politician, he's one person and individual who had done 3 wonders. First, Anna movement. Second, forming government in Delhi, and then forming government in Punjab. And in 10 years' time, Aam Aadmi Party became a national party. So, I will be a fool to underestimate him. I will be a fool to tell him that no, his obituary should be written. No. Never ever underestimate Arvind Kejriwal. What trick he has in future, I do not know. But he will come out with some unorthodox, a very out-of-the-box solutions to face this crisis.
But
this is a crisis. I'm not ruling it out.
One quick question, Ashutosh, before I wind up the interview. The often used charge against Aam Aadmi Party and also Arvind Kejriwal is that they are a B team of the BJP. Do you agree with this sort of an assessment about Aam Aadmi Party? And now that Raghav Chadha has left, he's quit, and 7 MPs together have joined BJP, this charge has become thicker now. That, look, this is what we said. You hear the Congress people, they are saying that this is what we said right from the beginning, and it is a proof now that they are a B team of BJP.
So I don't buy this argument that since they were in the B team, so they thought, let's join the A team. I don't buy that argument. It doesn't work this way. Definitely, Aam Aadmi Party is not a B team of BJP. Definitely. Aam Aadmi Party is also not a creation of the RSS and the Hindutva, as people very fashionably like to portray and say. And I have my own reasons, and I've been arguing it for more than 10 years. Aam Aadmi Party is not created, is not obliged by any political party or any organization. It is a unique phenomenon in Indian politics, and that needs to be understood and analyzed for research, that how a non-entity suddenly becomes so powerful and talked about individual and a political party. So what I'm saying is BJP will call Aam Aadmi Party the BJP will call Aam Aadmi Party a B team of Congress, and the Congress will call Aam Aadmi Party the B team of the BJP. But that argument and the discussion debate will continue. But Aam Aadmi Party owes its existence, and it has its own identity, and that identity is unique. It is not like Congress. It is not like BJP. And it is a threat to both the political parties. Though it's a small party, but it's a threat to both the political party. That is why both the political party would see that this party is thrown out of the Indian political system. But it's not that easy. They are trying to improve their footprints in Gujarat, and I'm sure they will. And they are also trying their footprints to improve in Goa. And and the last 2 elections, they managed to get almost 7% vote share, which is not a bad thing. In Gujarat also, last time when they contested assembly election, they got almost 12% vote share. So it's not a small thing. Many top celebrities, film actors, they came into the politics and they said they were going to storm things, and suddenly they were nowhere. Except two examples in the past. One is N.T. Ramarao, who was a film star, and from nowhere he just formed the government and created a party which is called TDP. And another example is Assam Gana Parishad in Assam. And both the phenomena happened in mid-80s. Yeah. After mid-80s, it took another almost more than 35 years for the emergence of a similar kind of phenomena who emerges from nowhere and then captures the power. So I dread to say that what will they do in future. But yes, they are here to stay. How long, I do not know. But yes, I agree that this is the time when the party leadership should go to the drawing board and should try to reorient itself and try to find an answer that why good people are leaving your party. You invested in these three individuals, Swati Maliwal, Sandeep Pathak, and Raghav Chadha. You invested in them. You made them what they are today. You sent them, given them bigger responsibilities. But what happens that they left now? So if you are investing in human development, then try to retain them. Every company which becomes a big company across the world invests so handsomely in the human capital. So Absolutely. If you are investing in the human capital, you should also think about how to retain them. Because any individual leaving a political party ultimately weakens that party. Because you have to find an alternative to that man or to that woman, and with the same talent, with the same vigor, with the same hard work is a difficult thing. So good party, good organization always like to retain the good human talent. And from that perspective, I think Aam Aadmi Party should go back to the drawing board, should try to understand what's wrong with them, and should do a course correction if required. And if Arvind Kejriwal needs to change himself, he should try to change it. There's nothing wrong.
But supposing if at all, there's a big if, that if Arvind Kejriwal regrets, has some compunctions, and he calls you and asks you that, there's a political vacuum in the party, would you want to come back? What would be your answer, Ashutosh?
I wish.
I've asked you this question on behalf of the viewers who are watching this program. I'm sure they will be tempted to ask you.
No, I'm not in the business of advising to such geniuses. I'm too a small fry, but yes, I do believe that Arvind Kejriwal is a very, very unique talent in this country, and I wish he realizes his talent and he works for the betterment of the country and try to do course correction. And this I'm not saying with any bitterness. This I'm not saying. I'm just saying as an objective political analyst who has seen his rise and who has seen him doing some great things for Delhi and for great things for the country. And I'm saying this because once he was a hope of the country. I hope he believes that hope is genuine and people want a change in this country. There is still time for him to change himself, his style of functioning, and Aam Aadmi Party can still become an alternative because it emerged as an alternate politics.
Absolutely. I hope Arvind Kejriwal watches this interview. We'll tag him surely on this. Thank you so much, Ashutosh, for joining. Thank you.